Hello to the one other person in here besides me. It's weird because I have the noise canceling headphones on, so I have no idea how loud I am. But hello to the one watcher I have. Let me see here. I have this cat that I drew for my sister. This is actually her cat, Salsa, and an assortment of ornaments that she bought herself this year. And I did some art for her phone wallpaper, hence the weird ratio. But because I'm extra, I made it huge, so it's like 16 inches by, I don't know, however many inches, 7 inches. So she could get a print made if she wants. But for now, it's living happily on her phone. And I learned a lot about color doing this. And actually, this is like the edited file. I'll show you. I did. It's only like 9 layers. 9 layers. So I had to be very economical because the file is so huge. And this iPad isn't the newest gen, so you only get like 9 or 10 layers to work with at this size. So I think I did pretty well considering. Anywho, since there isn't a crowd of people with requests just yet, I think I will... I'm not feeling working on the mouse right now. So what I might do while I'm waiting for people to turn up, or if they don't, I'm going to work on, because it occurred to me as I was seeing my own stream, the stream starting soon graphic. For one, I didn't put the Bloomaroo in, even though I've finished the Bloomaroo. He's right there. I finished him. But I still need to finish Figment and Lady. And since it's the Christmas season, while I'm waiting for people to come in, or until they do, whatever, I might as well get some work done on this. And see if I can't finish that stream starting soon screen by the end of this year. So I guess I'll work on this for a little bit and wait for people to come in. I should have that background music working as well. Yeah, let me make sure that is playing. I guess I could make a post on Twitter since I'm streaming on a day that's not my normal day. Yeah, it looks like the Animal Crossing music is going. Cool. Alright. Let me post a little link on the Twitter. Oh no, it messes with my... Whatever. Hold on. Let me make sure my screen capture is correct. Might as well troubleshoot since nobody's watching just yet. Okay. Cool. Looks like the Animal Crossing music should be going. What? Why is it not? Window capture. Yeah. That's right. Well, I guess I'll find out if it's going later. Anywho. Alright, let me set this to the side. Let me make a little tweet here that I am live doing sketch requests. Requests and working. Own art. Okay. Riveting content right now. Sorry. Alright. I know it's better form to reply to yourself with the link on Twitter for whatever reason, but let me make sure this works. Hello, Merry Christmas. Oh, well, the link doesn't work. Whatever. I'll just put live on my YouTube taking sketch requests. My YouTube taking your sketch requests. Alright. Merry Christmas. How are you doing? I am going to work on this for a few minutes, wait for a couple people to file in as they tend to do, but I am streaming on a Saturday instead of a Friday, so it is very possible that I get like one viewer all night. And that's fine too. I'll draw and entertain myself regardless, but alright. Might as well get some work done on this. You're doing good? Good. I had a doozy of a day yesterday where... Oh, you're doing voice acting? Sweet. For a game, animated series, or something else. It's pretty sweet. Audiobook, perhaps. I had a doozy of a day yesterday where I ripped the bottom off of one of my boots when I got off. I got off the bus into a square of what looked like flat sidewalk, and it was like leaves with uneven ground underneath it. So I lost the bottom of my boot that I just thrifted, that I really liked the boots, and somehow lost my house keys, went back to the bus stop to find them, and rolled my ankle really badly. So I am taking the rest of this year to rest my ankle. So I might do some more surprise streams in the middle of the week or something. Between now and the end of the year, just because I'll be in the house a lot, keeping my foot rested. But I'm fine. Did a series of Badu from Babar. Ooh, that's right. That's the request you made. So maybe I'll work on yours. Let me do like a couple more big shapes here. But since you're here, let me just do... I want to do the lid of the box and then like a big shape for Lady. And then I can come back to this whenever. But let me get like a start on this. But that is awesome. Voice acting is very cool. I used to be roommates with a gal who ended up getting voice acting gigs for like anime. Like, I don't know I don't know the names of any of them because I don't watch anime, but like I follow her on Twitter and she like got roles and like things that people watch on like Crunchyroll. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, let me do one big shape for lady, and then this can be something I come back to another time. But it gives me the feeling that I'm getting something done, even if I only do like a few big shapes. And I'll make this whole area one big shape, and I can do clipping masks for the different areas another time. Let's get this paw in here as well. And this other paw. Honestly, since I'm streaming on a day that's not my typical day, maybe I should have just done a personal art stream, but I don't feel like working on the mouse piece tonight, so I'm just feeling like chilling and doing random sketches, so I made it a sketch request stream. It is the weekend, and it is close to the holidays, so people are probably busy with stuff as well. Didn't consider that. It's one of those weekends. 'Cause I know all my friends are out and about doing holiday-related things this weekend, and probably next as well. Well, is next not Thanksgiving, oh my gosh, Christmas. It's right around the corner. And then probably the weekend after. I still don't know what I'm doing for New Year's yet. I'll figure it out. Alright. Did some big shapes. That's enough progress on this for right now, I think. Let's do, since you have been patient and waiting for your sketch request all these weeks, let's do Prince Badu from Babar. I know what Babar looks like, but I'm not familiar. Okay. Prince Badu, I'm seeing DeviantArt fan art, I'm seeing CG reference. I'm looking for a good pose. I like the waving pose on the Disney Junior wiki. But I like the art style of the more 2D. So maybe I'll do something that's a mix of both. So let's pull up both of these and set these on the side of the screen so I can see my chat. Oops. Open that in a new window, not new tab, so I can see both on my little screen here. Alright, that's good. Hello, how you doing? Ooh, oh my gosh. I did not mean to like collide with my mic. I'm so sorry if that made an awful noise. How are we doing? I'm gonna turn the screen brightness down because I'm getting the telling spooky stories lighting on my face. And we're just sketching right now, so it doesn't matter if my screen is particularly bright. That's much better. Let's do it like there before I get the spooky lighting. How are you? I'm alright. I just complained. I went on a rant about yesterday I rolled my ankle. I stepped off of a bus onto what I thought was flat sidewalk, and it was like covered with leaves and it was bumpy dirt that was uneven. So I rolled my ankle really badly. In the process, it ripped the bottom off of my boots that I just got from the thrift store that I really liked. And I somehow lost my house keys. I went back to the bus stop to like look for the keys, couldn't find them, so I must have left them on the bus or something. But it was just like 3 things all at once. And so now my ankle is recovering, so I'm in the house a lot. So I might do random like weekday streams or something because I'm not going anywhere for like the rest of the year, basically. I'm not leaving my house. I'm resting my foot a lot and healing it. It's not broken, but it hurts to walk on, so I'm being really careful because I don't want to re-injure it or anything. But, you know, I've had better days. And my roommate was kind enough to get me replacement keys, so whatever. But let's see. Jinx, how you doing? Trying to think of a character to draw. Spooky story. Telling the story of the creeper cat of the great... Yeah. Yeah, think of some characters for me to do. I'm doing Prince Badu here, since we have a voice actor doing Prince Badu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, by the way. Alright, cute little elephant. Let me just warm up here. I've drawn today, but it's been a few hours, so I feel rusty. I'm looking at this 3D reference here because I like the way the trunk is going this way and the hand up. So maybe I'll do like a happy pose, like the 3D pose, but in the 2D style. Because I like that the 2D, the shirt, it's not like a cropped shirt, but it's shorter. It's like this cuter, stumpier torso, which I really dig. Nice stumpy legs. They look like the shoes make it look like they taper out like that, but it's just trunk legs and then the shoes kind of taper. Mew from Mucal Dreamy. I don't know what that is, but yeah, sure, I'll add that. You know, anybody who's here, because I'm streaming on such a weird day, that I'm just making a separate part of the list that's just for tonight's request and just drawing them, because I know I'm going to have a smaller turnout than usual, because this is not a Friday, it's Saturday, and it's the holidays, so practically. Mucal Dreamy. Sure. That's a little note to myself for next. Hiya Tree the Tree. How you doing tonight? How is your weekend going? I kind of want to do, with the final or the cleaned up sketch, I want to do like thick lines, even though I know the Babar style has like thin lines. I want it to look really soft and cute. I don't want the hand to get in the way of the ear. I want that nice ear silhouette. Like so. Then let me think how the eyes would go. Cute little dot eyes, which we love. And the smiles just under here. I might just do a regular smile instead of mouth open smile. Just because I think it's cuter. I think it looks very sweet and innocent with the little dot eyes. I like how it looks. It's got a smile line kind of like that on the 2D DeviantArt reference I'm looking at. But I'm also looking at the 3D. Trying to make sure he looks more or less on model. It's okay to exaggerate things in my own style, I guess, but still want it to look like the character, you know? Quite lovely, missed so many streams. That's alright. I'll do, after I finish this, I'll give you a recap on what I've been doing the last couple of streams, and a personal piece I worked on that I showed at the top of the stream, but I don't think anybody was here yet. So I worked on a piece for my sister of her cat Salsa in the Christmas tree as like a kitten. He's very small, with some Christmas ornaments of different foods that she bought herself because she thought they were cute. So that came out pretty good. Yeah, I want to round this out so it connects to the head smoothly. There we go. So I like that in the 2D art, everything's very smooth and squishy like that. Hello. You're just getting here as the party's getting started here. How you doing? A cat, yes. My sister's cat Salsa. He was the store cat when my sister worked at a gun and like antique war memorabilia store that was owned by like a friend of my dad's, our dad's. And he was the store cat. And he was a crazy little kitten, and she took him in as her cat when the guy retired and shut down the store. So he's our crazy little guy. Hour's been changed around a bit. Hopefully nothing terrible. Hopefully all good hour changes. Alright, and a crown here. I want to even these out. It goes out on each side and they're even length. That. Yes, yeah, it sucks to work on the weekend, doesn't it?
I feel bad. Like, I freelance, so I simultaneously am always working and not working at all, but I feel bad for people with, like, actual jobs that work on weekends. But the upside is typically having, like, weekdays off. Like, I know people that they work weekends, but they get, like, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday off. That's really nice, because when you hang out with them, there's no crowds anywhere, so that's a huge advantage. There's no lines for anything. There's no crowds. You can just go get something to eat, and the tables aren't packed because it's like Wednesday afternoon. So there's ups and downs, you know. There's pros and cons to every type of work. I draw cartoons in my pajamas, and there's still cons with what I do. Like, I don't have health benefits or 401k or whatever, and it's feast or famine. So I have a couple really good months, and then I have a month where, like, I have very little work coming in, but it's how I choose to live, and it's working out okay so far, knock on wood. So cats usually they kind of adopt you. Yeah, it's what's the meme about the cat distribution system? You just end up with cats. Pinky Cooper from Pinky Cooper and the Jet Set Pets. Okay, I'll add that to the list too. Yeah, it's a fruit guy. I think I've mentioned him on stream before too. I had a client who had me draw every fruit in existence as like a gangsta character for like stickers to sell or something. I don't know. Literally every fruit that's listed on Wikipedia I had to draw. It was like 250 fruit. The worst job ever. Pinky Cooper Jet Set Pets. And then I think I'll have time for one more sketch too. If I do this one, and then Mew from Mewkle Dreamy, and then Pinky Cooper Jet Set Pets. So I think one more I'll have time for in like a 2.5 hour long stream. Let's see. And then the rest I'll add to the list for future streams. So feel free to keep requesting stuff, but I'll probably do 3 more this evening. Let's see. I could never do freelance art, procrastinate, and help you out. What helps me a lot is the fact that I do a lot of my work through Fiverr, and it has a built-in countdown clock, so like I have to deliver. But that is true. When I have projects outside of there, I have to set alarms on my phone to remind me. I have to set calendar alerts to be like, okay, get this client a update on their concept sketch this afternoon or whatever. It is a pain in the butt because you're inclined to just take your time doing everything. But at a certain point, if you spend, 10 hours doing something, you're only getting like $200 for it. It's like not as worth it as if you just got it done in 5 hours or whatever. See, you get better at it over time, I think, but it is not for everyone. I've made it work out of sheer stubbornness and refusal to get a real job. I think that's how I make it work. I just refuse to do anything else. So far, so good. I could always pick up a part-time job if I need to, I guess, but I'd rather not. So as long as I can postpone that, the better. But what's cool is the place I'm at now. I live pretty close to a Trader Joe's, so I could always get, I don't know. I don't mind the culture at Trader Joe's. It's always hectic and crowded, but I feel like that would make the day go by really fast. And I think they get paid slightly better than like other part-time grocery jobs. I don't want to work there. I don't want to work anywhere. But if I had to, I think I'd live picking up some shifts at Trader Joe's or something. And then if you get really lucky, you get to be the person that does the sign on the art. Oh my gosh, the art on the signs in the Trader Joe's. Though they don't hire for that role specifically anymore. I read about this because I was like, how do I get a job doing that? You have to like put in your hours being just a regular crew member forever and then hope that they let you do the signs. So it's like, man, I wish they would just hire me to do the sign art because I would love that. I would do that for like barely above minimum wage part-time happily if all I had to do was do the signs. I would love that. I love Trader Joe's too. I love all the snacks there. Let's see. Onion ring eating popcorn, the new chicken nugget character. Yeah, sure. All right, so that'll be the third and final for this evening. Any other suggestions I will add to the regular list to randomly draw from next stream. Onion, oops, I totally spelled that wrong. Onion ring, still PNYNONYN ring. Chicken nugget. All right. We'll just do some black and white and grayscale, and if any of them come out really, really cute, maybe I'll do color next week or whatever. We'll just see how it goes. Well, next week's Christmas, I think, so whenever. I'll find time to do a stream because I'm healing my rolled ankle, so maybe I'll do a midweek stream, like a Wednesday or something. I don't know. See what I feel like. You're not too crazy. You know, it like Trader Joe's is hit or miss because it's like it depends what you're going there for. I am a weirdo vegan and they have good vegan snacks. So I really like it. And I like that you can get a nice bouquet of prearranged flowers for pretty cheap. So stuff like that, or like the seasonal candles are nice, and the like Trader Joe's stuff that you can't get at a regular grocery store. But if you're doing regular grocery shopping, go literally anywhere else. Like load up on your produce and your beans and all your staples. Like anywhere else is cheaper and not as crowded. But for like cool snacks and like unique stuff, I like Trader Joe's. It's cool. What did you do? Oh, I told the story twice, but I'll sum it up. I stepped off of a bus yesterday onto what I thought was flat sidewalk. It was a chunk of sidewalk covered with leaves, so I couldn't see. And it's right where the bus door pulled up, so I wasn't like jumping far away from it was right where the door pulled up. I step out, roll my ankle really badly because it was uneven ground underneath the leaves. I think the bus driver felt bad, but I had my noise canceling headphones in, so I couldn't hear if the driver said anything. Somebody who was on the bench waiting like helped me get up and stuff and asked if I was okay. I had to pop out my headphones like, huh, what? Like, just rolled my ankle really bad. So I'm just going to take it easy for like 2 weeks. I didn't break anything because it only hurts when I put weight on it. So Google says that's a grade 2 strain, where if it hurts to put weight on it. So I'm just resting it, taking it easy, doing like exercises they tell you to do, like drawing the alphabet with your ankle so you can get your range of mobility back. My toes are fully wiggleable today, and they were not yesterday. So I think I'm on the path to recovery there. Yeah, Peter Griffin noises, exactly. I was just like, why? So it, like I said, it was a triple things going wrong. I rolled my ankle. In the process, I ripped the bottom of my new boot that I just, well, not new, I thrifted it. My boot that I had just acquired that I really liked, the whole bottom of it just ripped right off. So they're trash now. And I lost my house keys. So it was just like L after L. And I went back to the bus. I hobbled to the bus stop to look for my keys. They weren't anywhere on the ground. So they must have fallen off on the bus or so. I have no idea. But it's all right. I have new replacement keys now, so that part is fixed. It's just waiting for my ankle to heal. And I have other boots and shoes, so it's like whatever. But I liked those boots. I was kind of sad. I only got one wear out of them. Yeah, I'm all right. Nothing broken. It's, it's not in pain just sitting here sketching. I'm totally fine. It's just when I walk, it's really, really sore. So I'm trying to be very delicate on it. I don't want to re-injure it or re-roll it. I have feet that, this is so boring, but like I have foot supination anyway. So my feet like tend to roll when I'm walking normally because I just walk like an idiot. I've tried to correct it with like special shoes and stuff, but it like just doesn't, my feet just don't want to do it. So this is what happens to me. Especially when I'm wearing like soft shoes, I'm prone to rolling, and then the bus rolled up to uneven sidewalk, which was not my fault. So it was half my fault, half not my fault. But life goes on. I'm fine. So yeah, I don't think it's a full fracture. I think it's just like I googled it. It was like a grade 2 sprain. It just hurts to put weight on it, So an actual fracture, I can't imagine because this is like uncomfortable enough. Bever going to bowl or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's just looking cute. This is Prince Badu, as requested. I'm going to add some grayscale shading, I think, and then call this one finished and move on to our next request of the evening. Just want to add a little something give it a little dimension. And then I'll be posting all these on Twitter or Instagram, I guess both, tomorrow afternoon. But the pros and cons, pro, I can stream randomly in the middle of the week or something this week to ease my boredom of not being able to leave the house. Because I live on the second story, I'm basically not going to be doing anything for the next, for the rest of this year, basically. So I'll do a random, like, weekday stream or something, just draw, like, Christmas stuff or requests or something, I don't know. I'll figure it out. The cons are I can't really do anything, because everything involves going up or down a flight of stairs, which I'm not doing with my little ankle boot on. I am simply not doing that. I had to go grab from the mail my ankle support boot that came in the mail. I had to go up and down the stairs basically on one foot, and that was not fun. We can just remove that. I think that looks pretty cute. It doesn't look like he has a tail or anything else I'm missing in the ref, so let me make sure he is front and center on the screen. Full screen for you guys. There we go. You had a mishap with the tongs. Ooh. Twice in high school. Yeah, ugh. Yeah, full on fracture would be incredibly painful. How long did it take to heal? Because I'm thinking probably 2 weeks for my sprain or whatever's going on, because I don't think it's a full-blown fracture. I think 2 to 3 weeks I'll be fine. But I was reading it's like for a fracture it can be like 8 weeks or more. Who is that elephant? They are Prince Badu from Babar. So if you're familiar with Babar the elephant, this is another character from that world. Alright. Took a sip here. Let's see. Let me look up Mew Dinkle Dreamy. Dinkle is a Muckle Dreamy. Oh my gosh, I can't read. To be fair, my sticky note, like the font is like 4-point font. That's my Dinkle Dreamy. Muckle Dreamy. Oh my gosh. This is a really cute character, by the way. Alright. So cute. Busting your head on a soap dish. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah, you should post that compilation of you voicing him. I would like to hear that. I've never had stitches, knock on wood. That sounds incredibly painful and awful. I'm sorry that happened to you. It was the first time you didn't know that happened. You made yourself walk. Oof. Ouch. Walking on like a full fracture. Ouch. Waiting for your blood to replenish. Oof. Nightmares. Alright. Let's do a new 10x10. Just because I was already in the process of doing it, so I might as well follow through. Okay, that brush is dark enough and big enough. Let me show you if that's okay with you. Yeah, I don't know if it lets you post links in the chat, but you can send it to me at the contact form or whatever on my website, alyssaaaron.com, if that doesn't work. Because I think YouTube blocks links in chat, or tag me on Twitter or Instagram or something. I'll check it out. I wish there was an easier way for people to... Because I think, I'm not 100%, but I think YouTube blocks links in the chat. I don't want to do exactly the same pose as the ref, so maybe like... Let me just think it through here with the rough shapes. The head is much bigger than I've drawn it here. It's like a big lemon head. Links are blocked unless a moderator. I don't have any mods. I don't know how to do any of that, so that's something that's a bridge I'll cross at another time. I am way too lazy to figure that out this evening. I feel like when I have a regular audience of like, I don't know, 20 or 30 people, it'd be worth it to have mods and stuff, but for now it's just a chill little select group, the elite few, so I'm not worried about all that at the moment. I like the way the mouth is just like teeny weeny, and like here it's like high up on the muzzle. I like that. I think that's cute. But the muzzle itself is lower on the head, I suppose. Let me think. Maybe 'Cause I like the head being tilted a bit. But maybe sitting with like a cute little paw up like that. And then I like seeing the little toe beans, the little star toe beans. I guess you can see them on the feet, so if I do something with the paws, it would be okay too. Let me just think the posts through a bit. I want to be able to see this cute little bow tie as well. Don't want to hide that. So maybe shift the paw over a bit. So I can see more of that cutie little bow tie. There's a check mark setting to allow links. Oh, you know what? I'll figure that out before next stream, I think, to make that easier. Because I can't imagine anybody who comes to this stream, like, sending a link that isn't appropriate for chat. And if they do, I'll just ban them or something. But unless that's something I can click right here in moderation activity, timestamps. Let me see if I can fix this in like 30 seconds, I'll do it. Automated filters, permissions. Agreements. Community. Oh, okay. There we go. You should be able to post links now. Sorry about that diversion. Yeah, this is Mew from Muckle Dreamy, which is a thing I've never heard of, but very, very cute character. So y'all should be able to post links now. I can't guarantee I'll watch them right away, but be nice. If anybody's posting any weird links, I'll just block the links again. This is an all ages chill stream. But I have pretty chill people that watch me here, so. So far, so good. Yeah, anybody posts any weird stuff, I'm watching you. Only cute, fun stuff allowed here. Alright. Yeah, I know literally nothing about like the moderation settings or anything. I'm just streaming to stream, and then I'll see what happens later if I ever grow an audience. But it's more, the motivation for me doing this is more to have fun and enjoy doing something that's not client work than it is to like grow a community. So I haven't put much thought into any of the logistics stuff, if you can't tell. It's not high priority. Will you be joining Blue Sky? I have a Blue Sky account. I just like don't. I barely post on the accounts I do have, to be honest. So I'm just inconsistent all around with social media. I do have Blue Sky. I've posted a couple things on there months and months ago. So maybe I'll do it, but I can't promise. I get the most immediate traction on Twitter, which is the only reason I'm still there. And then Instagram is just a nice little portfolio of stuff that's not, you know, portfolio pieces necessarily, but like stream art or random personal art I throw up on Instagram because it's nice to have an informal portfolio of sorts. So those are my two favorites. Yeah, you can share a link to your fan-made AC Villagers. That's cool. I'd like to check that out. Is the link seeable? I can't see any links. So I just checked unchecked the box that blocked links. So you should be able to post links, but I don't see any in the chat currently. So, Rick rolling is acceptable. That's like, there's no harm involved in Rick rolling. That's fine. As long as it's G-rated and cute and fun. I think Rickrolling falls under just G-rated fun. Maybe make this a little bigger. It's just kind of floating aimlessly in the weird part of the canvas. Let's center. There we go. This pose is a little bit too much like the ref, but I don't mind it. Let me exaggerate some things. Like, let's make the tail a little chunkier and stubbier. I'm excited to draw the little stars on all the toe beans. They're just circles for now, but I'll change them to stars. More to get the proportions right. And then do I want to exaggerate the ears by making them extra large or extra small? Maybe extra large to make the head look teeny because the bow is so big. I think that's cute. And I would do the dry ink brush normally, but I like the softer brush for these like soft, squishy, marshmallowy characters. I think I use this same brush for Patamon, which I think is a good fit. And there's another star in here as well. Yeah, maybe it's like takes 24 hours or something. I'm sorry if it's not working. I did enable links. I don't know what else to do from here, so I don't know if it's like it doesn't apply until I go live again, or sorry for the excitement, folks. I'll make sure that setting is enabled before I go live next time as well. Because I've changed it since the stream started, but maybe it only applies if I like get offline and then start a new stream. I have no idea. I don't know how none of this works. Ariana, top chat or live chat? I'm seeing top chat right now, but when I clicked community moderation, it opened a YouTube Studio, whatever, Creator Studio. And yeah, I've unchecked block link. There's no blocked links. There's no blocked words. There are blocked users who were just people who were spamming when I first started streaming that were just obviously like bots. And that's it. So limited moderation in place. I can draw people, but I would prefer to do like stylized, cartoony people. Like, I don't know a good example. Like, I did Jack Skellington. He's not really a human, but you know what I mean. But I would do Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, stuff that doesn't need to be super like human proportion, if that makes sense. I don't necessarily need to agonize about the anatomy of the human being, you know, accurate, because it's just not my forte. But or like I would do like Dexter from Dexter's Lab, or like Ed, Edd and Eddy, or you know, super stylized, super cartoony humans that aren't like realistically proportioned. So stuff like that, yeah. Hello. Can I get links to these? Yeah. Peppermint Patty. Yeah, super cartoony people I would draw. But I'd say like, I don't know, any comic book character, heroes, stuff where it's just like human proportioned. Not my strength. Or like fan art of humans where it's expected that I draw them in a semi-realistic kind of caricature style. Blushy cheeks. And what else? Any other details? Well, this will be something I do with grayscale on a new layer because that'll be easier. The gingham. And then there's stitches on the ears. Alright. Then get rid of the line here. Center this now. Let's do the cleaned up lines on top and some grayscale shading. Another request you have is Vita from Vita the Vet. Okay, I'll add that to the regular list here. Vita the Vet. Copernico SteamWorld. Sure. I don't know any of these things. I'm learning in real time. Eleanor Wonders. Okay. I added all those to the regular list for future streams. It's adorable. Thank you. I tried to add my own stylistic touches to it, but it kind of looks just like the ref, but that's alright. I'm going to exaggerate as best I can in the line art here. Kind of push these shapes I've done. Because I still want it to look squishy and marshmallowy. I don't want to do my normal, like, pointy whatever stuff I've been on lately. I've been on a kick of straights against curves when doing character design. Like the bear in my thumbnail that I use every week. Though I did a different thumbnail for the last stream. Aren't you proud of me? It's just a sea of that bear and then like one or two different thumbnails that break it up. It's kind of bad, but I'll retroactively go back and change some just to break it up a little bit and make it clearer what stream was for what for anybody who likes to watch VODs or put them on as background noise or whatever. The cute but different route. Yes, you have been watching me do art for 5.5 years. Thank you. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. Sure, added to the list. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. I am not familiar with any of these characters, but I'm always delighted when I pull them up, when they come up at the random request thing. I'm like, okay, let me Google this character, and it's always like the cutest thing I've ever seen. And a character I would never think to draw, just sitting around doodling. So it's a fun challenge for me. Like, I love this character. I have no idea what Mewwinkle is, or what. I already forgot. Mewkle Dreamy. I have no idea what that is, but I'm delighted by this. This is so cute. I would get a plush toy of this character. Maybe for my niece. I have a thing where I own one plush toy just because I don't want to hoard a bunch of stuff. I'm doing the whole minimalist and not spending money thing lately, but I have one toy, and it's a $1 Robin Hood plush toy that I got from a yard sale when I first moved to Chicago, and that's the only plush toy I have. Got him for $1, and I got him along with a giant like Disney Merry Melodies print that I picked up for like $30. That is in storage currently at my family home in Michigan, but I will find a place for it at the next place I live, I'm sure, because it is huge. And I just walked that whole thing home like an Easter Island head with the Robin Hood tucked under my arm. So Robin Hood made it here to this new place, but you're old. I'm ancient. Am I the oldest person in here? I'm 34, so maybe. See Pablo from Backyardigans? Sure, I'll add that to the list. Pablo, Backyardigans. Alright, I can get rid of these other ones because I did those already. Just making sure I cleaned up my list. This character did come in plushies. I would pick one up for my niece. She would love it, actually. She loves cute little... She loves, what's the show with the cats? It's not narrowing it down. I'm sure there's 100. Is it Gabby's Cat House or Dollhouse or whatever? She loves that. I should do some art of those characters for my niece for her birthday next year, if she's still into that. Kids change the things they're really into like every 5 minutes, so we'll see what she's really into next year. Before I get excited and do a bunch of art and she's like, this show's boring. Like, she's real. Gabby's Dollhouse. Yeah, she loves Gabby's Dollhouse. But she's been really into dinosaurs for years now. Years, like she's like 20 years old. She's like 4. But she's been into dinosaurs for multiple years in a row now, and it's not waning. So I think it's a safe bet to do some art of dinosaurs for her without her being like, that's stupid. The dinosaur love is holding strong year after year. Mercat. Yeah, I'll add Mercat to the list. Mercat. She has plushies of every character, every cat, and whatever from that show. She has the DJ one, the Cupcake one, the Mercat. I don't even know all their names. I love that the credits for the show, though, they play like footage of like the real cats. I think that's really cute. Amber Isles dinos. Yeah, I'll just put Amber Isles in general. Amber Isles dinos. I'll add that to the list. Whoops, this line needs to like connect to where it would on the other side. It's close, but there we go. I'll put a little, maybe I'll move the bow up just a smidge. Like that? Yeah, just to like cover where that neckline is because it looked a little funky like that. DJ Catnip and Cakey? Yeah. Yeah, they're a big hit in my sister's house. Those guys. Cookie Ann from Duffy and Friends. Yeah, I'll add her to the list. Cookie Ann. I forget which ones I did a video forever and ever ago where I did like 5 or 6 of the Duffy characters, but they've added new ones that I have not done, so I'm not sure. But either way, I'll do a new one of her, even if I did her like years ago. It's fine. Like, I've been meaning to do new Care Bears art, and I did Care Bears art forever ago. That's on the to-do list for sure. Oops, I want to get this shape just right. It's kind of like it's like a big gumdrop or mochi or something. That's not quite right either. Maybe I'll do half and then half like that, and then do the other half. That's better. That's pretty close to what I want it to be. Little button nose. Little kitty cat smile. Lena Bell? Sure. Is that another Duffy? I'll just put Lena Bell and I can Google it, but I'm curious now. I'm getting the list filled out, which is good because I was gonna say at the top of the stream, I'm like, I only had like 20 something things left on the list, so your odds of getting a request were really high. And then I just kind of did everybody's requests in order tonight anyway, because I didn't think anybody would turn up. I saw like one person in the waiting room, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm streaming on a Saturday, and it's like close to Christmas. Nobody's tuning in. That's fine. My plan B, if nobody tuned in, was to just get that Lady and the Tramp art done for my stream starting soon screen. So I always have a plan B on deck if it's just me talking to myself. Bells jingling? I think my roommate's decorating or something. We'll do this round render brush to make this like soft highlight here. I think that's cute. And we'll do the same treatment over here. I don't know why I put the highlight on the upper part of the eye over here. I'll fix that because it is. I mean, it's wherever the light source is, but I like it on the bottom of the eye because I think it just adds a different look. Because I'm so used to putting it in the top left. It's kind of fun to move it around. There we go. That's about the same size. Maybe it needs to be a little taller. But the transform tool in Procreate is not the best, so I'm going to manually just draw the eye a smidge taller. Get those eyelashes a little taller as well. Okay, that looks about right. This eye is just a smidge thicker than the other one, I think. Alright, that looks alright. I'm going to flip the canvas in a minute to make sure I'm on the right track. Let's see, canvas. Yeah, that looks pretty even. Okay. I'm happy with that. So what I want to do is a grayscale layer underneath. We're going to do some soft pink cheeks. We're going to do grayscale. But, ooh, you know what? I could do monochromatic, but with pink. That way I'm not, like, spending forever coloring, but I also get a little bit of color in. And then maybe I can come back to this one and do the full color, because I think it would be really cute to do this one in the lineless style and get a lot of soft shading in. So I might come back to her another stream. But for now, we're just going to do some monochromatic pink goodness. You abuse the Procreate Warp Tool, then wonder why all my smooth lines are jagged. Yeah, no matter what, there's like 3 different options where it's like bicubic, bilinear, nearest neighbor. And all of them are bad in different ways. Like, none of them are good. I don't know why Procreate hasn't fixed the transform tools yet, but whatever. It's such a minor flaw with it that I keep using this program. We're gonna alpha lock. We're gonna do... How can I do this? Oh, let's do a clipping mask of white. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think how's the most efficient way to do gingham. Let's do white stripe. White stripe. White stripe. White stripe. And then I can lower the opacity, right? And that'll... No, that doesn't work either. What am I thinking? Oh, I'll do white and then pink stripes. Okay, I'm overthinking this. Okay, alpha lock. This is white. Okay. Clipping mask. Pink. Same pink as on the bow here. I'm using too much brain power for this. And then I'll alpha lock this, and then I'll paint the pink on top. That should work. The darker pink. Brain overheating, having to do 3 layers of color. I'm sure there's an even easier way to do this, and my brain's just not figuring it out, but okay. And then we'll alpha lock this, and we'll do a slightly darker shade of pink. Just where they overlap. And it can be rough, because this is just like a sketch anyway, so no sweat if it's not perfecto. So I do want to erase this a little bit. There we go. I know for a fact there's an easier way to do this that I'm just not thinking of, but we're already committed to this way, so it is what it is. Maybe I want to put a little pink down here. It's alpha locked, can't do that. There we go. Then fix that down here. Clean that up right here. And I want to do one section here. And I haven't read the chat for a minute, so I'm sorry if somebody's screaming at me the easier way to do this, but I'm already committed. I'm locked in. Alright, that's good enough for a rough sketch. And I want to do some pink on the inside of the ears. Keep it real rough, and then we'll do this as like a shadow. Just real quick, just to add some definition. Even though the paws are white, so, but whatever. I'll do a quick line to show the separation here. These paws are white. Wrong brush. Okay. Do a soft little baby pink shadow. Let's do a little pink nose, pink mouth, and get rid of that sketch layer. And as a finishing touch, I think it would be cute to alpha lock this and make this a dark pink. Maybe even darker than that. Just to like do something a little softer than the black, even if it's a concept sketch. Or just a rough sketch, whatever. Alright, I think that looks pretty cute. Let me put that front and center while I pause, take a drink of water here. Let me catch up with the comments here. Yeah, I'm just doing basic coloring. I'll do, if maybe next stream, next week, or whenever I do the next stream, I'll do like lineless color because I want to do 2 more sketches this evening. Turn down the opacity and then draw on the stripes overlapping. Oh, that's smart. To read my question, Eleanor wonders why. Vita from Vita the Vet. Sagwa. Kif was the only one I hadn't added yet. Okay. Kif from Sagwa. Chinese, Siamese, cat. The rest are on the list. See, Eleanor wonders. Vita the Vet. Okay, cool. Yep. Looking super adorable. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just a work in progress. Who is next on tonight's list? Pinky Cooper of Pinky Cooper. And the Jet Set Pets. Okay. Let me Google that. Oh, this is a cute character too. This will be fun to stylize. Because there's like a more detailed and a less detailed ref. There's like the super like realistic detailed one that I'm pulling up, and then there's like the 2D character version. The 2D one is really cute. Alright. I'll pull up both just so I get a better idea of the character. Zoom into the 2D one. I like the shoes. Alright, I like the leopard print on the realistic, or whatever, the more painterly, not quite 3D, it's like painted and realistic rendered. The leopard print dress is pretty cute. So maybe I'll blend both. I don't know. I'll just do a quick sketch and we'll see. Draw her cartoon art, the 2D one. Okay, you got it. You got it. I do like the pink cheeks. I think I'll steal that from the 3D, like the little bit of pink cheeks. And maybe like some highlights on the hair, just add a little dimension. But otherwise, I'm going to refer to her 2D design. Let me think of a pose. Whoops. My time on my iPad is totally wrong, by the way, and it's connected to the internet, so I don't know what the deal is with that, but it doesn't matter to me. Oops. Let's go to there, this folder. And oh, I wanted to show y'all the cat I did. Salsa. Ooh, this isn't even the final one. Hold on. This was like the work in progress. This is the final with the lighting and shading and whatever. I did this all on 9 layers. Believe it or not. Well, this is the final, like I adjusted some things, so this is just a couple different lighting layers or whatever. But the original was 9 layers because this file is huge. It's like 16 something inches by 7 inches or whatever. It's huge, so I only had 9 layers to use. But I made it work. Like, all the ornaments are on one flat layer, along with the flat color of salsa. The tree branches are on one layer. The, like, branches and the needles detail is one. The lights are one. And I can't remember what else, but... And then, like, some shading effects. Yeah, we love cats and Christmas trees. One of my favorite Christmas memories, and I'll tell this story again, I'm sure, closer to Christmas, is... my mom's cat Link. I had a couple friends over, and this is when she still had a big Christmas tree, like the big ones that you had to manually put in each branch instead of like the 3-piece pre-lit tree that everybody has now. You had to like get the color-coded branch, huge tree, the color-coded big 90s tree. And anyway, that was his home. It was sturdy enough to hold him. He was in the middle of it, and my friends were over, and you could see his paw just start to come out of the tree. like this, and he pulled it back, he wound it up, and thwap! And he just knocked one of the glass ornaments on the floor, and it just like shattered immediately. So my mom always did plastic bulbs after that, but because we could not get the cats out of the tree. So that was the personal piece I worked on this week. Back to sketch requests, and let me get this ref pulled up here of Pinky Cooper. And I'm thinking a model-esque pose. Let me think. Let me just sketch out some stick figures really quick, just to think. Because when I think model, I always think America's Next Top Model, where they do these like weird like poses with the hands on the hips like this. They're like fashion, or because in the real ref she has both her hands on her hips like this. So it just made me think of like, I don't know, they like lean forward and put the elbows forward like this with their hands on their hips, you know? Let me look up really quick fashion model pose. Something kind of fun. Sorry if I scraped the mic with my hand there. Oh, I kind of like the sassy one hand on the hip pose I'm looking at with like a little purse. I think that's cute. She isn't necessarily holding a purse, but I like the pose that I'm staring at, so I'm going to use that as ref. It's this very sassy lady with a ponytail and like a purple top. I think that'll work well. And yes, I'm drawing Pinky Cooper, which is a character I'm not familiar with, but I like the design from the cartoon. She's very cute. Yeah, I would have been all about these dolls as a kid. I liked all the animal stuff. I liked Beanie Babies and whatever. My sister was a Bratz girl. I wasn't so much into that stuff. I was more of a Beanie Baby collector, and I liked Pound Puppies and animal stuff, so these dolls would have appealed to me more, I think. She's got cute little whiskers. Let me just figure out the size of her eyes and everything. And I'm going to exaggerate and do it kind of in my style, kind of in the style of the show. So I like how big the eyes are. I'm trying to copy the... Maybe I don't want her looking directly at the camera, maybe like looking up. It's like a fashion pose. Editorial. She doesn't necessarily need to be looking at the camera. Let me think. If the hips are like this, then the shoulders would be like this. We want a little contrast. Hip out like that. And she's got really long legs. Like Barbie legs. And cool shoes. Cool, like, platform wedge shoes. I like how straight the leg is on the rest. It's like straight down, and then this one's out even a little further. So maybe something like out there. And then one hand on the hip. Kind of like the ref I'm looking at. She's got one hand on her hip too. And then this one's just like down. And it could be holding a little bag or something, but I don't see her with a bag in the reference, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Really long limbs, very model-esque. Give her nice long tapered fingers too. This looks like a mess right now, but I'll clean it up, I swear. I'm thinking. I don't know how I feel about the arm just hanging down like that. Maybe give it a little sway Yeah, I'm looking at the photo ref. It kind of comes out like that. The elbow like just comes out, and then the arm kind of casually drapes. I think that's still too long, the wrist. See, this is where my human anatomy skills come in. They're not the best, but I make it work. A nice calf like that. And she's got, the dress goes to just above her knee. It's like a little wiggly dress like that. So we'll get an idea of the dress silhouette. I just want that hip showing because I think it adds a little movement. And then her shoe would be about here. I'm gonna have to really zoom in on the ref of the shoe. Make sure I get that right. Because it looks like she has little like bows on the shoes. But the screenshot I'm looking at admittedly is not super high quality, so I'm doing my best. But something like that. Oh, and that foot is totally wrong now. Hold on. Here. Let's move her up. Let's bring this leg down, and then we're just warping. Thinking and warping. Because the bottom of the shoe would be about even with the bottom of the shoe here. This one's slightly further forward in the photo ref I'm looking at of the model. Anklet kind of tie of the shoe. And we'll just show like one toe. We don't need to get super detailed with the number of toes. Keep it simple. She does have little tiny bunny feet. It's looking good so far. Thank you. Yeah, you're putting my my human anatomy to the test here. This is basically a human with a animal head. I can get tricked into drawing people this way, by the way, if it's like mostly animal. If it's like, not even, if it's like 40% animal. It's the faces. I think I have a weakness for drawing human faces as well. I can think of a creature's muzzle and think of how to stylize it, but as soon as it's a human nose, it's like, no, that looks wrong. It looks wrong. I broke it. It's like, no, you can stylize a human muzzle the same way, but my brain doesn't think like that. It just looks incorrect. Instead of me just saying it's a stylistic choice. I think it's because I spent too long drawing Neopets and stuff growing up. So that's most of my knowledge. It's Disney animal characters and Neopets. And I'm pleased to say, for anybody who was here for that stream where I talked about going to the Neopets like 25th anniversary meetup or whatever, I've hung out with the Neopets friends a couple times, and there's a Discord group for Chicago Neopets players, so I'm part of that, which is cool. It's like there are dozens of us. There are dozens of us old people that still think about and play Neopets in my area, so hoping to catch another meetup in the future. Let me move this muzzle up. It's like small and high on the head. This neck is a little bit wider, not much. And she's got cool like eyebrow, almost like eyebrow markings. Like it's embedded in the fur, but also an eyebrow, which I think is cool. It's a design choice. Let me like carve some of this out as the iris because she has very big pupils here. I don't think she needs all that. We do love a big exaggerated eye though. Some sparkles. Highlights rather. It's a little one. Yeah, that looks alright. Let me flip this. Make sure I'm on the right track before I add the hair. That looks more or less right to me. I I feel like the ankle should be maybe a little thicker on this front-facing leg. And the calf maybe a little bit less exaggerated. Oh my gosh, I can't speak tonight. I am tongue-tied. Really simplifying the shoe. That's alright, that's alright. I'm cooking. Alright, something like so. Let's get the bows in here. Make these bows look extra tall and pointy. That's where I'll put my little flourish on the style here. Push these bows out a little. And then I want to make this hair really big too. It already is big in the character, but I want to make it even flowier perhaps. I think it's because I'm looking at the reference I'm looking at. She's tossing her ponytail like this, but I think that would take away from the dog ear look, so I'm just gonna maybe have it sway out to the side a little bit as she's pushing her hip out. Maybe like... No, because I like the peanut shape. It's like that. Whatever. I'll have the hair that is sticking out all kind of swaying this way. It's even simpler than that. I'm looking at the rough. It's just like, I'll just do like 1 or 2 tufts of or hair rather here. Keep it simple. I really like how they took the complex toy design and simplified it for this show, though. I think the design choices they made were good because it still looks like the character, just easier for animators to handle. And her hair is so big, there's only a little bit of negative space. Like right here is the actual background. Just a little bit of breathing room, but otherwise her hair is huge. And maybe equally huge on this side. If she's just gonna stand this way. Bring it out. I think that works. Do a second layer of tulle or something sheer on top of the skirt. And then she has a bow on this side, but for the sake of not redoing the pose, I'm gonna shift the bow. I like that it's off center. Just style-wise, we're gonna put it over on this side, even though that's not the correct side. It looks better for this pose for the bow to be over there, so I'm just cheating it a little bit. Hope that's okay. A couple black spots. Alright, this is a good rough start. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's any major things I missed. Hello, Sticky Art Shorts. How you doing? Alright, I think that's an okay start. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's lower the opacity, make sure that you guys can see, because I know it's always later on your end than mine. Lower it just enough that I can still see what I'm doing. And then we'll do... Let's do the dry ink brush for this one, actually. Because this is another soft, round character, but she has, like, points. Like, the corners of her eyes have points, and there's sharp edges on her mouth shape and stuff, and the whiskers, so I think that works better for her. Is that too thick of a brush? No, I think that's right. For the outside of her head. Here's where I'm going to redraw the line 100 times. Oh. Yep. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, and like the little pointy stuff, like the nose. I think that adds a little edge to the character. Her mouth is like much higher up than I even sketched it. but I'm going to stick with what I drew and just call it a stylistic choice. Just a little bit higher, perhaps. Let's set the eraser to drying as well while I'm thinking about it. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Do some quick whiskers. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay. And this might be one I come back and do. I might do colored art, but with lines. Because I would like to see what she looks like with colored outlines in my style. To kind of imitate the show style, but just a little something different about it. But we're doing black and white with grayscale for tonight, or a monochrome pop of color. Something simple. I don't want the eyebrow to be too high up. Because it's kind of like more like a fur marking than an eyebrow. I think that's okay. And we want to make this top line on the eye thicker than the bottom line to give kind of like an eyeliner look or mascara. And like point the edge here. Let's lift it up from the chin a little bit, or this like this area, it's separate from it a little bit, just a little on the edge of the eye, that outer corner. Sounds like a makeup tutorial now. Remember to line the outer corner of the eye. Yeah, I think that looks right. Oop. Which I didn't do makeup in my stream last week, except for the bare minimum, because I was waiting for my nice stuff to arrive. It was my Christmas gift to myself, so I have some of the nice stuff on now. I just do the same look every week, basically, but I like it. Makes me feel put together. It's like if I didn't do anything else that day, I got a face on and I drew some stuff for people for a couple hours, so like, it's all good. I did something productive. Do the pupils. We'll do the iris on a different layer underneath when I do that grayscale shading. Does that look right? Okay. Maybe a little bit bigger pupil this side. Trying to picture if this is here and this. Okay. That's about right. Something I'm overthinking. Real quick, simple lines on the bow. Keep it sharp. That makes it kind of fun. Ooh, I want to do... I don't know what they call it, but when hair does this thing and it leaves like a little gap. I think that's fun. I don't know if that has a name, but I like it when it kind of... and when it tapers back into the hair. I don't know how to describe it. It makes the hair look kind of liquidy to me. I messed it up by doing it this way. I should have just redone the line, but... I like when the hair comes off the head and then back into the head in the same form. I think it's kind of cool like that. I'm way overthinking this too. Yeah, that looks alright. And we'll do some lines to distinguish. Oop, I made a stroke I did not mean to make right there. Alright. Like so. Do that a couple more times. Looks like just one more time. And then this will be our negative space. It'll kind of go behind her body, so And her hair's so big on this side, you won't even see where it ends on the other side. It's looking so good. Thank you. I'm surprised with how it's coming together as well. Because these, I just got on a tangent about how like human proportion stuff isn't my strength, but I've been challenged and I took the challenge. I think it's coming out okay. Actually, if she's looking up, I feel like her torso would be like, or the top of the top would cover the bottom of the neck thing. I'm overthinking that. We're just gonna leave it like that. And then take the top in like so. This is where it's gonna get annoying for me. Just trying to do the fingers and the feet. Let's do the annoying stuff first. That wasn't so bad. Alright, one thing down. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. And the arms and the feet. The legs are okay. It's just kind of like whoop, you know. But arms, I always think too much about the shape of them. Like right now, I want the elbow to come out just a little bit so it doesn't look so up and down. But I also don't want it to look too like realistic. I don't know. Because it's a cartoon. This hand needs to come up. That is like alien length long, which is fine. She has a model. Models tend to have kind of cool alien limbs like that, but I think it was a little much. And she does have very long legs, but that's okay. I feel like it could be more graceful. Like it's a little... I want it to taper in a little bit. I want the shape to be like that, you know? So let's redo that hand. Let's start with the pinky. The most delicate finger can be first. And then the rest can kind of go into that shape. Real simplified. That is not anatomically accurate. And her thumb would be kind of hidden, but I want it to stick out a little bit. I think that's okay. I'm way overthinking this, by the way, but this is, you're seeing my lack of practice and care in drawing anatomically correct things that aren't just like cartoon squishy gloves and paws and things like that. This is where I fumble, but it's a good challenge. This is like the opposite of junk food for my brain. This is like eating my broccoli right now. Is on the spot asking me to figure out how to do this. This no, see, no, this is, I already forgot her name. Pinky Cooper. Pinky Cooper. This was a request. Let me pull up this ref of the shoes. Let me zoom in. Pinky Cooper and the Jet Set Pets. Alright, the ref I have of the shoes is very low res, so I'm going to interpret this the best I can. It looks like there's like bows or tassels that go off the front part. And the heel is the heel. It's just the actual foot. And I've really stretched how long that foot is. Holy cow. That's fine. It's fine to exaggerate a little bit. Especially because this character's legs are like crazy long anyway. I think it just kind of adds to the look. TBH. That's my excuse anyway. Maybe we'll squish it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. No, I liked it the way it was before because it makes the legs look longer. She does have like crazy long legs. We're gonna even maybe bring it down just a hair, so it's kind of at the same level. Okay. Do a little calf. Okay, that would be... Alright, she has super long feet. That's fine. I think it reads like she has just long model-esque legs, so I think that's fine. I retweeted a thing the other day about like specifically the proportions, or the not the proportions, the perspective of backgrounds and environments and rooms in illustrated art. Something I'm trying to learn from is like, it doesn't matter if it's right, it matters if it looks good and it conveys the feeling that you want. It matters much less if it's correct. I mean, it depends on what you're working on. If you're working on, you know, a card of a Viking character for a Magic the Gathering card, you probably want it to be pretty anatomically accurate, but a cartoon or an illustration, it matters much less. Because what you're trying to do is capture a feeling. So it's not nearly as important. It has to feel right. And in this case, it feels right for her to have stupid long toes. Because she has stupid long legs. Stupidly long legs, I should say. It's not stupid that she has long legs. It suits the character. And the question is, does it feel right? And I think that feels pretty good. It feels good to look at. It feels like long legs with platform shoes. Though I have to remember... Let me see. Let me look at my photo ref here. She's violating this rule of like... it's not really a rule, but I saw on Twitter before where it's like... You want to draw a line from your chin down, and you kind of want to heel to hit the ground right around here to make your character not feel lopsided. So I want to try something really quick. Let me actually duplicate this layer in case I mess it up. We're going to rotate her a little bit. And then rotate this leg. Just want to see something. No, because that makes it like too... No, it was better the way it was before. Let me think. Because the photo isn't following that guideline either, the ref I'm drawing from. But maybe we could tilt her torso and everything just a smidge. I just want to see how I can oomph this up a little bit. I think just rotating isn't going to mess up the line quality. I could be wrong. Let's see. Did it? No, that kept it. Okay. Again, way overthinking everything, but... I just want to give it a little oomph. I think that reads okay. I've been trying to get better about dynamic poses as well, so... It's like, how else could I push it? And this pose could be pushed way more than it currently is. You have massive headache from work? Oof, sorry. Yes, I remember you this time. Glad you could make it even for a few. I'm sorry to hear about your massive headache. I hope you feel better soon. Alright, we're gonna... Ooh. Still have to do this stuff. The bow. On the torso here. And the funky little shapes. Whoa. It's weird when it does that. Sometimes it'll do like a charcoal brush on me. Just gonna really simplify these further than they're already simplified. Oops, there's already a spot there. And it's like one big boomerang shape here. And a couple spots. And the dress has sparkles on it, but we're not going to render that for now. We're going to hide the sketch layer. Gonna do an eye highlight. Like so. Maybe a second little one down here. 'Cause it looks like they have that too. I am losing my voice. Alright. Let's go. I got one more sketch to do after this, so I promised. We'll do some grayscale shading. Just add a little dimension. And maybe I'll change the color of this to something more fashionable. Pink or something. We'll do 2 pink sketches. Just to add a little something something. This can be the darker brown in the hair. Right here. That can be that shape. Fill that in. Ooh, don't do that. Never mind, I'll hand do it. It's faster. Alright. And it's like darker inside the hair here. And we'll do the bottom layer of the skirt a shade darker. We'll make it look a little see-through by doing that. Because it is like a tulle layer, it looks like on top. It's sheer. Do a little shadow underneath the skirt. We're just going to leave the shoes alone. And then we'll do iris under the eye. Or under the pupil. Alright, I think for a quick concept sketch, that's not bad at all. Let me minimize this. Minimize this. Great, trying to make her not look lopsided is so relatable. Yeah, it's tough. I'm working from like a real human photo reference, which I never do because I never draw people, and then a character I've never heard of before, so it's tricky. And just for funsies, let's do a different color. Just add a little warmth to the line art. I think that's kind of cute. What do we think? I'm going to leave her on the screen for a moment while I Google the next and final character of tonight. Onion ring. Chicken nugget. No, not onyx ring. Okay, there we go. Let me make sure I have the right character. I have to pull up a TikTok in a new tab. Oh my gosh, it's gonna make noise though. I don't want that. Sorry if it's playing noise on your guys' end. Okay, he's like a cute little bat. Looks like. No. Sorry, I'm gonna mute this. I hope it doesn't play sound for you guys.
A chicken nugget dance!
Alright, mute this. Alright. Is this not the one I clicked on? Because Google image search is not helping me with finding onion ring. Okay, this is the right one. Alright. Muted. Oh, is he like the little burger hat one? Oh, my name is Onion Ring is the bat. Okay, the bat is Onion Ring. Cool, cool, cool. Let me see if I can skip to a full body shot of the character to get an idea. Okay, take a scoop. No, don't go away. Why did it close? Okay. Why will I not let me take a screenshot? You know, I'll just pause on the frame I was paused on. Come on. Because every time I Google, it takes me to Onyx rings, even when I autocomplete. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, Google image search is, I've had to resort to looking for stuff on Bing. Like, it's bad. And we'll do one last 10 by 10. I'm going to really quickly sketch in, like, a ref for myself of the character, like, just to get an idea. And then I'll do, like, a real pose. Because I don't necessarily want to do the pose that's in the still here. I just want to take note of, like, the proportions of everything real quick. Big ol' ears. I want to freeze frame it at a different point and get a different angle and figure it out. That, and then the eyebrows are floating above the head. The glasses are like on the nose bridge. Little teeny nose, long mouth, like that. So you're kind of getting two sketches because I'm going to do this really, really quick, loose, bad one, and then a better one while I figure this character out. Because I don't necessarily want to do this like hand on the hip pose, but it's a good freeze frame to give me an idea of what the character's whole deal is. It's like three big old fat fingers like that for the wing hand deal, and then the feeties are just cute little three toes like that. And I think there's a little fluffy tail too. It's hard to see from this particular freeze frame I grabbed. Okay. Ooh, move that off to the side. That's just a general idea. And then I'm going to unpause and... Oh yeah, there's a little tail because he wiggles it. Cute. I like the chaotic cataclysm pose. I think that's cute. Good night. Yeah, you have a good one. All right, let me just freestyle here, because I like this like chaotic cataclysm pose. I think this is cute. That's kind of fun. Or let me just keep playing the video, see if there's an even cuter pose. That's a silly expression though. Aw, the little smile. I always draw characters just standing and smiling though, so maybe something different. Ooh, I like the worried pose too. Maybe something like freaking out. Kind of a mix of a few of these. Maybe looking concerned. Really, really big eyes. Maybe, okay, this is a different layer, right? Okay, good. I'm gonna lower the opacity. I always draw happy smiling characters. It's the default. So let's try something that looks a little worried and really push these shapes. These are fun character designs to push. They're deceptively simple. so I can really get funky with the shapes of everything. I could even put the ears fully down. I think that would be kind of fun. Oh, we'll just move it off to the side and redo her. Yeah, let's do that. It's like gulp. Like, oh geez. Big giant eyes. Little teeny hollow pupils. Worried eyebrows. Little glasses. Exaggerated face. The newest chicken nugget character. And I don't know anything about the character, so I don't know if this is in character, but it looks like in the TikTok video I'm looking at that they have a lot of like worried, frantic expressions that are really cute. So I hope this is in character. I am not familiar. I'm just observing. Let me think. How could I do the hands? 'Cause the legs I could do looking worried like that. And the little... Well, the hands are like big, chunky hand wings. So maybe something like that. He's just come out. He's new to the lineup. He's got a little fuzzy tail. So we don't know Onion Ring's whole deal just yet, but cute character. I think that's pretty fun. I'm gonna have some fun with the distort tool here, see if I can push it even further. The ears are very big, maybe even make them a little longer. But I kind of like this like triangular shape that's happening here. I kind of like the three of these as like doodles. It's kind of fun. But we're gonna not delete, go back, duplicate this layer so I don't mess it up. And we're gonna have a little fun with the old distort here. So erase this. See what I can do. Pinch and pull and actually, it's not too bad the way it is. And that doesn't look like he's quite gonna fall over. I don't necessarily want him to look like he's gonna pee himself, but looks worried, you know? I want this to be like one continuous line because it's a nice simple shape like that, but I want maybe stubbier legs. Like that. It makes these like wing hand arm things look bigger by contrast. And I want some of the fuzz sticking out of the sides of the heads. The head. 'Cause I like those little tufts. Maybe it's like sticking up a little bit like on a Ghibli character where their hair does the fluffy foofy thing when they are like, you know, shocked or whatever. So add a little fluffy foof. Just an extra fluffy foof. And then big old eyes, add a little bag under the eye. I think that's good. I think that's doing something for me. We'll lower the opacity. This one will come together really quick, which is good because I'm getting hungry. So I had a good lunch earlier, but that was hours ago. And I did everybody's tonight sketch request that I promised I would do. Ooh, let's do the dry ink brush for this character. Yeah, pointier. Sassier and pointier. Like that. And really just go crazy with these shapes. dry ink on that too. Clean that up a little bit. I love these like giant lopsided egg shaped eyes. I think these are really cute. Whoever the character designer is for this series is doing a good job. They're really cute. It's okay if they're not perfectly even. That's alright. In fact, it's probably better to have lopsided on purpose and straights against curves, and let's make this really like a worried frog mouth, you know? Maybe have it come out a little bit like that. Yeah, I like that. The worry. It's a little bit more detailed than the actual character has, but it's just a little touch I'm adding for funsies. And then similarly, maybe like one pupil is a little bit bigger than the other one to give a more like frantic, oh my gosh, kind of look. I want a little bit of space between the eye and the side of the head. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. A little foof. Okay. Not crazy about how that makes a tangent, but that's alright. I'll do these lines like this because I think it looks cool when they kind of point up a little bit. And then have it come down maybe behind this fluff. Yeah, I think that works out okay. Just have this fluff hide where it would connect behind there. I think that works. Big old wing hands. It's a really cute way to do bat wings, I think, too, with the big meaty hands. It's a really good way to get expressive kind of hands that can grab things, but also they look like wings. I think that's a cute and good design choice. I really dig it. Because like when I do bats, I usually just do straight up wings with like the things like that, and they kind of just grab things around, like they just, like a Powerpuff Girls hand where they just use the whole thing to grab stuff. But this kind of style you can do like pointing and grabbing and more expressions, which I think is really smart. Here, let me redo this line like 80 times. Okay, that's good. No, one more time. Okay, that's good. I like these simple characters because you can really squeeze them around and they still look like the character. You know, I think that's a hallmark of like good character design too. Is there's like these elements that make up the character, but you can really squeeze and stretch them and it's still gonna look like that character. Because I could really warp these shapes even more than they are, and you're still gonna be able to tell what the character is. That's just good design, folks. Don't want these feet touching necessarily. Okay. They're close, but they're not quite overlapping, which is good for me. I want these toes to be a smidge more pointy. And the tail you wouldn't be able to see from this angle, but I'm cheating it because the tail is cute and fluffy and we want to see it. So, I'm adding it there anyway. Okay, we'll have it go back there. And have like 2 lines here for the inside of the ear. Do some worried sweat droplets. I think that is all. Alright. I'm going to add some grayscale shading. We're going to do a quick review of everything that's been done this evening. I ended up doing 4 requests when I thought it was going to be me talking to myself for a few hours, so I'm thrilled by that. In the character design, the ears are actually lighter than the fur, but for purposes of making my sketch clear, I'm going to do them darker. Just 'cause. And we'll do the inside of the glasses darker. Hello, how you doing? I'm finishing up the sketch and then getting off of here for the evening. Sorry to say. But I typically stream Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, 7:30 Eastern for a couple hours and do sketch requests. So definitely sub if you're into that kind of thing. This is the rare Saturday stream. All right. And with that, let me get him front and center. Let me close this window I got. There we go. This doesn't have more views because I am terrible at social media. I am an inconsistent streamer. And I don't post like regular videos anymore because I got too lazy to do that. So I thought streaming would be a good compromise. So that's why. Like, I say this almost every time I stream. I am absolutely thrilled that even one person takes time out of their night to like sit here and chat with me while I draw stuff. I think it's really cool. So I appreciate it. All right, sorry, my brain's all over the place. Let me go through a recap of what I've done this evening. So we've done Onion Ring here and 3 others this evening. We did Pinky Cooper, who I think turned out pretty well. Ooh, it's bothering me that the line around the head is thicker than everything else. Maybe I'll fix this next week. You know, something to worry about on another stream. And then this character, Mew from, I already forget what it's called. I'm so sorry. Musical or something. I forget. I'm so sorry, but this is like the cutest character I've ever seen. And I will be doing final, like, lineless color art of this character at some point. And Prince Badu from Babar. Thoughts on coloring the sketch requests? Not tonight, but perhaps next week. That's what I'll do, is I'll just color the ones from this week and finish them up and make them all pretty. And then maybe take 1 or 2 black and white ones. We'll see. For this evening, not going to do any further coloring, but I think this is a pretty good output for roughly 2 hours. He's scared because he has seen God. Mucal Dreamy. Thank you. I am so sorry for forgetting that. And I want to finish this at some point too, but I want to work on this more off stream so that it's just like finishing touches and asking your guys' opinions rather than like doing a dedicated stream. So I'll be working on this off stream since I'll be home a lot since I'm resting my ankle. So maybe I'll get this to like 80-90% of the way and then do finishing touches another stream too. We'll see. And we'll see how this coming week and so on goes. Since it's close to Christmas and everybody's busy and whatnot. So we shall see. That was a great stream. Yeah, I went in totally thinking it was going to be like 1 or 2 viewers and like me talking to myself. And it ended up with 4 really good sketches I'm really happy with. And a pretty decent crowd here tonight. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.